Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And I've had a day and a night to think a little bit more about how I wanted to interpret my woolen hallway. You guys were good enough to suggest in the comments that I add some sheep shearing shears. And so I have gone ahead and I placed those back in that little nook and cranny back there. What I'm realizing, though, is I want to take materials that make up the pen itself and incorporate them better into the hallway. For example, we have these nether lamp things, and the nether quartz, nether brick, and blue wool above. And I think that all of these elements could be easily combined into what we have here. Now, the way that it seems to me, or strikes me, that I could best do that would be to initially plant one of these under each of there, and just knock out all these torches and replace them with a fitting of beautiful red glowstone lamp like so. Now, this is not the only thing that I've been up to this weekend, thinking about this, although it has indeed been occupying my mind, both awake and asleep. We have also had the benefit of being invited by my brother to attend a Shakespeare reading at his house, where folks get together and drink and read Shakespeare, and that was pretty fun. I was kind of worried that I was going to get a super long part because I, talk all day doing videos and other stuff for you guys. And luckily, we were doing the Taming of the Shrew, and I was the first servant and the pedant, who is really only speaks in Act 4 and 5. And baby Corinne was just having a blast. She loves people that she has never met before because, why not? You're a baby, you don't know. Why would you be scared of new people? It's like, yay, new people all the time. And everybody else there was like, oh, we don't normally have a baby at our Shakespeare reading things on Friday night when we all drink beer and sit around and yell. And it was really funny because, Shakespeare's really done best when everybody's yelling and friendly, and it was kind of a cool setup. My brother had his big screen TV with the script, and a few people had iPads if they were sitting in places where they couldn't see, or their phones or whatever with the same script. And so everybody had their parts that they drew from a hat and read along, and it was a fun time. Unfortunately, we couldn't stay too late because the baby eventually got too tired, but she made it through 3 acts, so that was cool. Even though, okay, so actually, wait, I need to quickly summarize. And we have placed the glowstone here, as you can see. Actually, as I'm looking at this, the way the glowstone flows into here, what I'm thinking I might even do would be to go grab grass blocks from in my storage area and place the grass blocks between there rather than just having the plain stone, because I believe that will give it a feel more befitting the actual sheep farm thing. So we will just, luckily I didn't put any of these switches on the front part of here, which I guess would have been really quite the contortion anyway. But we can just go ahead and knock those out. But yeah, baby Corinne was just crawling around, listening to everybody yelling in silly voices, and it was a good time. So if you guys get the chance to do that, that's one of the things about Shakespeare that is so difficult, is Shakespeare is hard to read alone. Like, when, we would be assigned for school reading Shakespeare plays and stuff, I never could actually, really read the book or read the script without reading it aloud, because it's such a verbal thing. It really requires speech to communicate well, and I found that there's just stuff that I wouldn't catch if I was reading this on my own. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a nether brick and a quartz at the top here. So that kind of goes along with that. I don't want to put the nether brick lamps at the top too, because I'm actually going to be putting a different type of lamp in the ceiling. I'm planning on putting the blue wool sky in. And let's see. So I'm thinking also for these, maybe I'll put in here something like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's kind of a neat little look. So we can just slowly remove, or quickly, depending on how we feel like working. But yeah, so if you're ever really bored, it doesn't really cost anything to buy to set up a Shakespeare reading at your house. You just invite people over. Dang it, it's so hard to see nether... Okay. See, the nether brick and the nether barrier, if you don't have anything, like, bright behind them like that, it's hard to see on the display what you're selecting. We can just go ahead and knock all this out. So there's your fun summer tip for a cheap evening with your friends. I'm thinking I might even put blue wool on top of these. What is... No, technically in the original there's nothing directly above them. So maybe I should just use bare stone, which of course I don't even have right here. That's going to look weird if I just have that with nothing though. Let us go grab some bare stone, or smoothed stone. Stone that has been shaped and worked so finely that it is without error. There we go. What a beautiful bit of stone. That should do nicely. Actually, now that I think about it though, if I just put dirt in those last two places, will it collect grass from the nearest grass blocks? Are there near enough grass blocks that would not be an issue? Let us find out. Okay, so there will be one here. I think grass can join from 3 blocks away, so... Oh, well, that one on the one side here, it's just catty corner. Shouldn't be a problem at all. So we can just hop up there, hop up there. And Isima has something to say. Apparently it is near and dear to his heart. I'm in a bed, could you sleep? I am on my way to my bed now, Isima. May your dreams be full of woolen hallways. I don't know always what to say. Isima, I'm in bed. Is it still working? Beds were glitching actually the other day for me in Hypno. Oh well, I typed that without the thing open. Cool. Let's go on here and continue with our solemn work. Look at how solemn this is. Super solemn. I'm so super solemn I could be on that Goku show. Okay, so quartz. Nope, wrong place for that. So just kind of shaping everything here to coordinate more neatly with the other thing I think would be a good venture. And I'm actually thinking also what I'm going to do is, oh, whoops. On this first part here, I'll actually have a full column, which, of course, I'm still doing wrong. Okay, boom, boom, boom. So we come down here. Where's my switches at? Boom. Switch. And I guess I'll put a dirt block here for now. And then I'll run this all the way up there. That is so hard to see on the black. I'm not sure that I like it, but whatever. What more can we do? So we will just quickly regain our stone here. Misplaced. Try that again. Boom, boom. Much better. And there we go. This is just kind of... There, okay. So I think that kind of has a certain beauty to it that will correlate with that. Now, what I'm also thinking about doing is taking this top part here and turning this all into open sky. Kind of like how the roof there peaks. So what I was thinking I would do, maybe the best way to do it... Well, I could actually make this significantly higher as a walkway here, because I've got plenty of stone. I'm not going to be cutting into anything important yet. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up a scaffold here to come through and cut into everything. So that might take a moment and be particularly scaffoldy. Gonna scaffold everything. Oh, on the plus side, this might actually spread the grass. So, scaffold skip. Having placed and cleared the scaffolding below, I can look up to the heavens above and look at this roof. It is not what I wanted it to be. I'm a little less than thrilled with this. And I realize that one of the differences is that the lip, where it supports there, should be further out. It should be on this far nether brick rather than on this close one, giving the entire roof a 2 block wider width and more height as well. And so I'm actually thinking what I'm going to do is make it comparable to this, where it starts on that outer block, and in order to do so, I've even begun cutting a channel well up through here, which I can now navigate and demonstrate. And so up in this channel, what we would do is we'd have these back blocks where, dang it, that's the worst one to start with. We would actually place our new beginning of the roof. And also, what I'm thinking about doing is having one of each color sheep along the back here, so that when you're down there, you can look up and you'll hear the baaing of sheep. Now, these sheep will not be for shearing. These are just for demonstration purposes only. Hopefully, people will realize that they're not supposed to try and get up there, and they will continue to hear and then see all these sheep where they're supposed to cut sheep or shear sheep. Don't cut the sheep. But so I'm going to keep the top of the roof the same way it is, widen everything else by 2 blocks, and give that a go. But I think that this should be a very visually pleasing and interesting way to get people to the wool. So let's get to it. Well, at this point, I've got the roof where I want it, and I've gone ahead and I've dyed sheep in special pens up along the top here. It is a little bit hard to see some of the sheep, like that orange one you can tell is back there, but unfortunately it's not. He's like hanging out against the wall. Whatever. What more can you do? I'm going to pop on up here, though, and demonstrate. This other side I haven't fully finished yet. I'm still dyeing all the sheep properly, as well as bringing some more in here with the breeding and whatnot. Now, I've put them up on these half-slab pedestals so they're easier to see from the ground. You can just add these cocoa beans there. And now he will proudly demonstrate his matching pigment. We've got matching sheep. Well, whatever. This side I'm going to do later. It's fine. But the core concept is there. I added these little halfway things along here. What do you call those? Fence posts. One thing I have not tried or not done is I have not finished the complete outside here with the lime carpet. I've covered a lot of this with dirt, but oh, dang it, that's the access to the sheep area. Don't want to go up there. But I need to take the lime carpet and kind of complement what we've got going on over here, and I'm all out of dirt blocks. Well, whatever. We'll fix some of this later. At this point, like, there's a certain point where it's like, I've been recording for a while and playing for a while, and the baby's asleep, and we're gonna wake up or something, and I just need to end the episode. So let's quickly go ahead and match this to that so that people get the idea that these two things are linked. Indeed. Great. So if we swing back out here, and you are coming up from down this way, yeah, you're gonna be able to tell that that is somehow connected to there. So there is our woolway. It is full of wool for anyone to come use for the server, for making pranks, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm sure somebody's looking at Corrales' house right here going like, wouldn't it be hilarious if I like made a massive wool airship docked next to that tower? Yes, it would. You can do that. You can do that now using all the wool. Somebody's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to turn this into a Saturn V rocket? Yup, I know where you can get the wool for that. Or, somebody else going like, oh, wouldn't it be great to, like, get a bunch of pink wool and put that all over Schism's house? Well, let's see, Schism's house is pretty far away, but, oh, yeah, you know what? There's wool for that, too. So, we have got you guys covered. Ooh, so many pumpkins here. They wanted forgiveness, but none was given to them. I have smited them in my honor. Okay, so apparently Spoon has just been killing pumpkin men and leaving their corpses there. That's kind of weird and beheady. But, okay, yeah, see, this house was not constructed using my wool. Probably took way too long. Could have avoided that. So, anyway, ooh, I like this second story that they were working on. Ah, that's a pit full of chicken. Oh, that's actually a really cool way to do that with the waffles there. Luckland's house is looking good. I need to do a proper server tour at some point anyway. But until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Sheep adventuring.